today, just quickly, is about the four horsemen of the apocalypse. How they're saying they're just riding. They're that far behind. This is an old teaching for me. Very old. The four horsemen of the apocalypse rode already. Long time ago. I just don't understand people aren't getting that. And they're still teaching the four horsemen of the apocalypse riding. The four horsemen of the apocalypse are riding. Those already started. Those are what brought us to the apocalypse. Those are evil. So, I'm going to start. Revelation 6. And I saw a lamb open one of the seals, and I heard a noise and a thunder, and one of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, behold, a white horse, and he that sat him had a bow and a crown, and was given unto him, and he went forth conquering to conquer. That's the good horse, Jesus. Okay, that was a long time ago. Come on, he went forth to conquer and conquer. He had a bow, not a broken bow. When he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out a horse that red, and power was given him to sat to take peace from the earth. Jesus didn't come to bring peace. Peace isn't here yet. It's never been here. He come to bring a sword. That started from the beginning of the world. Hmm. Wow. Both of those. The Word was with God. The Word was God. The Word walked with God. When he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And behold, lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. Balances. You have a system in you, darkness and light. It's a balance. You have to have some of that darkness to get up to heaven. The church won't teach you that. You have to have a balance. That's what keeps you striving for heaven. That's what virgins have. Believe it or not, they have that oil. They haven't been given a ticket to sin. No, they suffer hardcore, but they don't suffer for eternity. This is where the wheat for a penny. What's going to balance it out of you? Whatever you give, it starts taking the light, the darkness out of you. If you don't give a balance, it starts adding darkness to you. So when I heard pair of balances in hand, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, three measures of barley for a penny, and see what thou not hurt the oil and the wine." That's you. That's what balances. You're doing some things wrong, but you still can't hurt because it's a beast. You live in a beast. Don't hurt the oil and the wine. Your spirit here and your wine up there. Okay? Oil, wine, tribulation, oil, and your wine is up there. You get it? These four horsemen of the apocalypse rode a long time ago. One, peace. There hasn't been peace on earth ever. That horse ran when Satan had life given to him on this earth. And the one conquering the white horse to go forth to conquer was with God at the beginning. There's 2, 3 at the beginning of time. The 4 horses the apocalypse rode. You know what that means? It took those 4 horsemen as part of the reason why the apocalypse is going to happen today. It's due with Jesus and the devil and you. That's why the apocalypse is here, because of God's doing it all. So when the 4 horsemen said that were to road, they started at the beginning. And they've been riding the 4 horsemen the whole entire time until the apocalypse. That's what that means. Because there's only the one apocalypse in Armageddon, whereas right now, happening right now. And they're blaming each other, yet it's God. Yeah, people are you for Israel over there? No, I'm from Israel in here. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse rode from the beginning of time. One took peace. There's never been peace on earth. Jesus said, I didn't come to bring peace. Peace doesn't happen until his return. How come people can't see the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse rode at the beginning of time? They rode all the way to the apocalypse. That's pretty much what that means. That is what that means. So don't hurt the oil in the wine. Who's the oil in the wine? Your wine is in your bridegroom chamber. And your oil has been saved up in you from tribulations. So that oil burning out of you is evil being pulled out of you and purged out of you. Okay? People don't know how Israel's spread to 4 corners of the earth. It's inside of you. God comes in you. That's Israel. That's when he says, when he comes in you, lo, he's not over in the desert. Lo, he's not over there. He comes through us. How is that possible? Because your conscience is hooked to your Holy Spirit, God, Jesus, and all the angels already. So let's go forward. And when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard a voice, and the 4th beast said, come and see. So when I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. Death has been here. Anybody who follows Satan is dead, even while they're alive. If you're worshiping Satan, and you're in flesh, walking on this earth, you're dead. Same thing as sleeping. So when the dead come alive, people don't get that. They come to what they were before. They resurrect to what they were before. Listen, everybody, even the evil, resurrects to what they really were from the beginning. Some to shame. Because when they find out what they really were, the shame will be here 7-fold while they go into hell. Condemned. So I look, and I behold the pale horse. His name was Death, and hell followed with him, the destroyer. And his power was given him to have power over the 4th part of the earth, to kill with a sword, hunger, with death, and with the beast of the earth. Are they coming here to kill just the animals because they're evil? Man and beast. Once again, the Bible putting them in the category. So if you're listening to man, that speaks with breath in his loins. That's 90% of the people, 95% of the people teaching are speaking out of here. You can't speak from here. Has to come from here. I can see through that. When I go watch a TikTok, I see through it. And they're teaching, I'm on the side of Israel. Well, my Israel is not your Israel. Israel's not here. So many false teachers, man. Oh. Okay. So when he had opened the fifth seal, those seals are already gone, guys. We're on the seventh seal. This is a long time ago. How come it's in Revelations, but it started at the beginning? If you don't know the beginning, you won't know the end. If you don't know where you came from, you're not going to know where you go. So, I'll tell you right now, the number one thing they hide in false teaching is your virgin. Why? So that you deny her. Satan and rapture is there. Anyways, I'm not there. Let's move on because I don't want to go into that. We're not here to talk about that anymore. I'm tired of it. Okay, so when he opens the fifth seal, these are the seals, guys. We're in trumpets. How come you're calling out? 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are riding. Because you don't know your Bible. So I cried with a loud voice, how long, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood that dwell on the earth? And white robes were given unto every one of them. Now it's going back again. White robes given unto us. That's the changing. What's a white robe? That's your angel in the sky. Okay? His robe. You're going to put him on. A white robe was given to every one of them, and it was said to them that they should yet rest for a little season. And he's talking about the ones that already died, not you yet. The servants and also their brethren that should be killed as they were, should be filled. Because they were given their white robe. Once again, until you were given your angel, you're not whole. You're not full yet. That's where I got the whole and the full. Whole means full, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Same word. Fulfilled. Okay, so, and white robes were given unto every one of them. It was said to them that they should rest a little while. That's the ones that already are waiting for you until their other fellow servants. I just said that. And also their brethren that should be killed as they were. All at the end. Here fulfills the final Black Death because now he's allowed to kill people's flesh again. That's the only one that continued because that's the destroyer in death. If you are of it, death follows you. And lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth as hair. That's when fires and stuff happen. Sackcloth means it's covered in because of the fire smoke. And the sun became black as sackcloth and hair, and the moon became as blood. Lots of times. How many times? It's only been 7 years it's been doing that, guys. The 7 years of tribulation. It'll do it every year. Pink, red, Same sort of thing. And lo, behold, I opened the sixth seal, and there was a great earthquake in the sun. Okay, yeah. And these stars of heaven fell to the earth. Angels. They've been pouring out on the back, being cast back out on the earth since it started. Because we're just playing out what God spoke. That's all. And it just comes at its timing. Everybody does their work for that person to you to be born for that timing that you were born. And it just goes because it's predestinated. We need to be using that word almost all the time. Even your sin is predestinated. Even your pain is predestinated. Even your suffering, your sorrows, and your prosecution. Everything for you. Evil and good. God created the evil and good. And you're living in it. And heaven departed like a squirrel. This is what? This is going back in Revelations to show you that God goes back, forward, until he gets to the end. And it fools everybody that doesn't know God or Jesus. That's what it's made to do that for. It took a long time for me to understand Revelations. Oh, a long time. That's why it says at the beginning, with brackets, for them who understand it. Good luck in understanding it. It takes years. I still don't fully understand it, guys. The timing, only I'll understand as it comes. That's what God's doing right now. That's what that sign was yesterday. I got a video to show us too. Okay? There was two suns. Two suns. And one had God's finger on it. If you say that, what the heck was that? I've never seen that happen with two suns. And one was eclipsed and the other wasn't. You know what that means? Put on the ring. The wedding ring. That's the only time there's ever eclipses ever happened, I believe, since the starting of time with two suns. One was eclipsed. The further one back was eclipsed. And the one closer wasn't. What do you call that? I don't think that's ever happened. The sign of the wedding. Because the star child is coming out of her right now. He's crying in birth pains and to give deliverance. To who? You, the star child. Not Jesus this time. Jesus is already, you're going to be resurrected. So the true meaning of glorified body is resurrected. That's what the thing really means. It has nothing to do with transformation or anything. It's called you're going back into, just like everyone else had to be resurrected. That's what it really means. Okay? It'll give you terms, and rapture's the wrong way to take. Sorry, let's move on. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together. That's where we're at. So, and that's in Revelations 18. It's getting ready to happen. So, how could we be Revelations 18? And then you have to look back again. What's that telling you? Put the two of them together to get the answers. So take 6 and around 18 and put them together. To get the interpretation, which I already know that. No, I'm learning how to do that, but I allow him to learn me. I don't, as it comes, he just gets it out. I learn it as I'm going too, guys. There's some stuff that me and Jerry talk about, mind blowing. So Peter, I'm going to talk about this story, was a fisherman, right? We all know he fished, never picked up a sword in his life, wasn't a fighter, wasn't a person wielding a sword ever. I never heard of Peter ever carrying a sword. So when he went to cut off that ear, never swung a sword, guys. They were heavy. How was he that accurate to hit his ear? No way. The Lord guided his sword and knew that the ear, it's not a lot of, if you cut your ear off, it's just going to burn. It's not going to hurt tons and tons. It's going to burn though. I think we need to ask Holyfield how it feels to have your ear bitten off. Anyways, so the scroll, here we go. Mountains and islands were moved out of their places. That's been happening for a long time. That goes all the way back to the beginning. You see? See how he puts things in there that kind of go, well, now only mountains are moving. Oh, wow, I see them. No, they've been moving for a long time. And and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every freeman in themselves hid themselves in the dens and the clefts of the rocks of the mountains. They've been doing that for years, guys. Building underground for years. Lots of them are under there saying they died. They're not. They're hiding. How do you know the presidents you don't have are all fake? And they're in the ground. Biden's not Biden. They had doubles. Well, I don't know that. I'm sure I do know a little bit of it, but mighty men and every bondsman. So when he said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sit on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, you can't hide from it. For the day is great, wrath is come. Who shall be able to stand? Wrath has come. Revelation 6. Wrath has come. That's how I know that. And I can see it because I've been watching it. That's wrath. When God doesn't stop destroying one country since 2017, many countries over there, that's wrath. Why do you think they're fleeing here? They're destroying, tell them to go to America and Canada. And they're going to turn around and take your country. And then the bosses are going to turn around and take them. You guys understand that? That's all biblical. Oh, blame the people. Don't blame the people. God put it in people's hearts to do what they're doing today. Israel, that war that happened there, was a sign that's been in me for a long time. But I wait until that happens physically. Okay? Because it is, you have to watch for physically. But God's given me these signs way long before. They still believe, oh, Jesus is coming back soon, but the 7 years of tribulation is coming. How long are you going to say soon, soon, soon? Rapture soon, soon, soon. Anyways, I got to throw some laundry in. I hope I don't wake my wife up. I really wanted to do this. I'll be on in probably an hour or two. God bless.